Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is May 12th, 2024, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We don't have a recap here since I am recording this one a bit early so that I could spend Mother's Day here with my mom out in Arizona. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Appreciate everything you guys always do. And yeah, let's get right into this show. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those free plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another free play, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Sunday's game. Starting off with game number 1, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Baltimore Orioles right now. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, Zach Gallen will be on the mound. He is 4-2 this season with 38 innings of work, an ERA of 2.84 here. 41 strikeouts. He's averaging a strikeout here per inning and 12 earned runs. He'll be matched up against the Baltimore Orioles' Dean Kramer. He's 3-2 this season with 40.1 innings of work, an ERA of 3.57 here with 37 Ks and 16 earned runs for Dean Kramer here. I think both of these starting pitchers, they've been very good for the respected teams. Zach Gallen finally getting a win in his last start on the road, and now he's pitching back on the road in Baltimore, where this Baltimore lineup is no joke. Dean Kramer, he's got his hands full too with his Arizona Diamondbacks team. They're sneaky. You got Corbin Carroll finally starting to hit the ball in the bottom of the order here. He moved him up in the order, and then boom, Corbin Carroll starts hitting the ball. It's weird how things work out that way, but listen, you got two very good pitchers here, two pitchers that have been having a lot of success here early on this season. I like Zach Gallen in this matchup on the road after his last start there against the Seattle Mariners. He looked really good. And then Dean Kramer pitching back at home for this Baltimore Orioles team. I like it. I think it's going to be more so a rubber match here. That's why in game number 1 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Baltimore Orioles, we're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Throwing our second game between the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. Right now for the Minnesota Twins, Bailey Ober will be on the mound. He's 3-1 this season with 36.2 innings of work. He does have a little higher end of an ERA with 4.42 here and 35 strikeouts, just averaging just a hair below a strikeout per inning and 18 earned runs. He'll be matched up against the Toronto Blue Jays' Alex Manoah. Doesn't have a win or a loss on the season. 4 innings of work, an ERA of 13.5 here, 6 strikeouts and 6 earned runs. Manoah looked absolutely atrocious against the Washington Nationals. Just didn't look comfortable whatsoever in that outing. He gave up 6 runs in 4 innings there. I'm expecting this hot Minnesota team, the way they've been swinging the bats, to jump on Alex Manoah here. It's in Toronto, which is a dome, but Manoah just did not look good whatsoever against those Nationals. Maybe he gets a little spark pitching back in Toronto, where the fans will be on his side, but I can't see it, as this Minnesota Twins team is starting to produce runs very early in the ball game. That's why in game number 2 between the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays, we're smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Let's go back to Detroit for a third and final game where the Houston Astros take on the Detroit Tigers. Right now for the Houston Astros, Justin Verlander will be on the mound. He's 1-1 this season with 22.1 innings of work, an ERA of 4.43 here with 15 strikeouts and 11 earned runs. You look at Justin Verlander's last start, he got that loss against the New York Yankees there. Alex Verdugo taking him yard early on in that ball game with a 3-run home run. Justin Verlander and this Houston Astros team just couldn't come back necessarily. I know Justin Verlander is going to have a bounce back game for himself here. And then Jack Flaherty for this Detroit Tigers team will be taking the mound. He's 0-2 with 42 innings of work, an ERA of 3.86 here, 56 strikeouts. He's clearly striking out batters here, averaging over a strikeout here per inning and 18 earned runs. You look at Flaherty's last start, he is coming off a loss against the Guardians, going 6 innings of work, 6 hits, and 2 earned runs there. This is a good spot for Jack Flaherty. He's pitching back at home. Previously, not the Guardians game, but before that, his last start, he was looking solid. He was filling up the strike zone, clearly putting batters away, and not giving up a lot of runs. He only gave up 2 runs against the Cleveland Guardians, but I still like him in this spot, pitching against Justin Verlander at home against a struggling offense in this Houston Astros lineup. That's why in game number 3 between the Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers, we're smacking the NRFI, no runs, first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Baltimore Orioles, we're smacking the NRFI, no runs, first inning. Game number 2 between the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays, we're smacking the YRFI, yes runs, first inning. And in game number 3 between the Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers, we're smacking the NRFI, no runs, first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me, helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And go follow me on X at Nick Menken to get every single one of my Major League Baseball full game plays. Best of luck and best bets.